Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I have had a couple people ask me, and particularly one subscriber earlier today, looking at my series showing you guys how to rebuild a bench press. And it goes to show you that a lot of people really don't understand training. They don't understand how to train, how to build themselves up, how to build up strength, injury-free, and do things correctly. Because case in point, guys like, I can't believe you're using such a light weight, you're using 245. I can do 235 for 7 reps, and I weigh less than 200 pounds. Like, why are you using such a light weight? That's pathetic. And again, it goes to show you guys that people don't actually understand training. And I think that's kind of the beauty of what I'm doing with this series, is I'm teaching you guys something most other fitness YouTubers don't teach you. A lot of these guys, when they are lifting big numbers, they want to show you guys, whether it's the bench press, the incline, their squat, whatever it is, they show off big numbers, right? They don't show you what they did for 3 or 4 years to get there, do they? They don't show you the bench program that they used for the last 5 years to get to their 365 or 400 bench, do they? They don't show you that. They don't show you that. That's relatively rare. And the reality is, you guys really think a 365 bencher sits around benching 325 every workout all the time? You think that's how he built that bench? Because that's not really how guys build their bench press up. In my case, yeah, I've got 245 on there. But as of right now, 2 weeks back into benching again after taking a year and a half off from benching. I'm doing 10 sets of 3 with that. All paused, no grinders, everything maximum acceleration. All right, that's not like that's heavy, guys. My 10th set looks pretty easy. But here's the thing. Every rep is perfect. Every rep is fast. Every rep is ingraining speed. It's ingraining power. It's ingraining maximum acceleration. It's all paused. It's all closed grip. What's this doing? This is ingraining and training the bench press. It's giving, because of the volume of it, there's enough metabolic fatigue to induce hypertrophy, right? 30 reps. 30 reps with maximum speed with pauses, everything. Yeah, 30 reps is enough to induce hypertrophy, isn't it? Everything's fast, everything's clean. That's how you build up an exercise, by doing hundreds, if not thousands of perfect reps with sub-maximum weight over and over and over. That has been proven by the champions. Powerlifting, Olympic lifting, everything else. That's how it's done, guys. That's how you build strength up on these exercises. That's how you build it. And that goes back to what Paul Carter always says, and I love this quote, and I will always give Paul Carter credit for this. I may not agree with everything Paul Carter says. In fact, I might disagree with some things he said lately on an enormous level. But this line is a universal truth, and it's a line that he created, and I will always give him credit for it because it's brilliant. And that line is, you go to the gym to build strength, not to demonstrate it. That's a reason he's a champion. That's a reason he trains champions. He understands that. And if guys can't get that out of their head, that they're not going to the gym to show off, you're going to the gym to build your lifts, to build your muscles. If you are going to go to the gym to show off this game, you're not going to make it in this game in the long term. You're not still going to be lifting. When you get to be my age, or you get to Paul Carter's age, we're in our 40s. You get to our age, if you didn't learn a decade before that, or 15 years before that, if that nonsense doesn't work, you're not going to be still lifting when you're our age. You're not going to still be there. You're not going to be in the game at all. You're going to be snapped up. You're going to be hurt. You're going to be injured. And I'm not saying max effort training doesn't have its place. Max effort training programmed properly as part of the right program can absolutely be massively beneficial. I've even used variations of it myself on camera in the past. But it isn't always the way that you want to build a base, guys. It's not the best way to build a base. You take something like the bench press. I haven't bench pressed in a year and a half. I need to rebuild my bench. If I want to be good at the exercise, decent at it, got to rebuild it. I could bench over 300 right now. I think it would be, that's a fair statement based upon the last workout I posted up. Those were pretty much almost like warm-up sets, all those 245 sets. I did 10 of them, no fatigue, no grinders. I could have done 2 or 3 more sets. But 10 is enough. It's time to increase the weight. And I'm just going to gradually increase the weight 10 pounds at a time. 10 pounds at a time. Because progressive overload is king. Doing large volumes with perfect technique and perfectly ingraining those motor patterns over and over and over and over and over. That's how you get good at an exercise. That's how you get strong. That's how you build up an exercise safely. Showing off, leave that for the guys who are snapped up and hurt. The whole lot of these guys, how many of these guys you see on YouTube now getting hurt? Showing off, showboating, doing stupid stuff. They all get injured eventually. Some faster than others. They all get hurt. That's not how you stay in the iron game. You have to check your ego at the door. And people need to understand sub-maximal training, or whether you want to call it accumulation work or base building or whichever term is used, is a time-proven method of building up an exercise and building up all the musculature involved with that exercise. It's a time-proven method. Countless champions have used it. Countless champions. Go look at any of the champions out there. Far, far more of them who are injury-free use this system of training like this as a major part of their training than ones who do a lot of max effort stuff. And again, max effort has its place, but a lot of injury-free champions do the other. And it's a safe way to train. It's a safe way to build your lifts up. It's a safe way to stick the iron game out in the long term, because you don't get hurt anywhere near as easy doing this, because you're always using good technique. You're always handling a weight that you can utilize until you need to show off, and you're ready to show off. And you know, the thing is, I'm going to keep doing this. Obviously, I'm going to keep adding weight. I'm going to keep doing this. And I'm cutting right now. So what are you guys going to do when I start doing accumulation work with over 300 pounds and I'm weighing 200? It's like, come on, guys. At a certain point, people have to realize I'm going to be adding weight to the bar. But I'm going to do so gradually and safely. You know why? Because I'm too old to do stupid stuff. Too old to do that. Too old. I know better. I know better. And hopefully, if I can teach any of you anything, it's to learn that same mentality so that you guys can get to where you're trying to get without beating yourself up, without banging yourself up, so that you can get up to where when you do demonstrate a max, because you've done so many thousands of reps with perfect form and fast bar speed, that it doesn't look like a max when you do it. You guys ever notice that some of the greatest lifters in the world, when you watch them hit a world record, it doesn't look like a max, does it? Why do you think that is? Because they have it dialed in perfect. You go look, and you've seen guys who've hit 1,000+ pound squats now. Some of you are like, really? Was that really a max? He just broke a world record. It didn't look like a max. Same thing on bench press. There's some guys out there now, you see some of these 700+ pound bench records. You see them grinding. You see their ass lifting off the bench. No, they just crawl under there, press, touch your chest, press it, and lock it out. It doesn't even look like a max. And if you see some of these world records that have been hit, it doesn't look like they hit a max. They just got in and just lifted it. That's what training like this will do. That's the whole idea. You see how easy those 245 look? The goal will be, as I continue to rebuild the bench, for my 275, for my 305, for my 315 sets to look exactly like that. Same bar speed, same technique. Look like a warm-up. And that's the whole point. When you lift heavy, if you've built your technique and you've built your base correctly, it should look like a warm-up. And you do that by lifting lighter weight over and over and over and over and over and over until you get sick of it. It can be boring. It's not impressive. It doesn't show off, but it will sure as hell get you big and strong, and you'll do so without ripping anything and without snapping anything. And how impressive is that? That's the point. That's a hell of a lot more impressive than someone getting under there and grinding some crap out with a crappy form and then snapping something. I don't respect that, and you shouldn't either. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.